Alrighty then, we back. RC Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And next week I have some more people on here with me. I just did this thing spur of the moment because I just found time today to get on. So I do appreciate everybody who jumping on in the comment section. At some point, hopefully next week, I will have a panel. I have a date set out where we can get in there and talk some good shit about what's going on in football. But we play the Bears this week, so I wanted to get a live preview show in and kind of break it down. Pretty much how it's going to go for every week. I will do the prediction video on Monday. I would do fantasy starters and sit-ems maybe Tuesday. Injury report maybe Thursday, Friday, live stream Wednesday. And depending on the weeks, I want to actually do a live commentary. So tomorrow I haven't decided if I'm gonna do it or not. But right now, to kind of give you an idea, I'm favoring doing live commentary tomorrow for the game. So that's what I'm favoring on doing. But hey, don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Super chat always open for premieres and live stream. Best way to donate is to share the video, thumbs up the video, and then maybe I can sit around and maybe I can sit around and find, like, we play the Packers next week. Maybe I can find a Packer fan to come on and we can chop it up about the Pack and give a Packers fans perspective on the live stream. But yeah, tomorrow important game. Obviously, it's game one. What did we take away from Aaron Choice? What did we take away from the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs game? It looked like Kansas City ain't missed a beat. All right. They put up like 17 points in the second quarter. They exploded. It looked like pass catchers and quarterbacks in line. It looked like if you kind of been together, for some time, it don't seem like Patrick Mahomes dropped the beat. We learned about Houston. They still can't protect their quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But if that offense is any indication, if your offense has been together for a year or two and y'all core been together for a while, Matthew Stafford and the Lions shouldn't drop a beat tomorrow. Stafford been with his receivers for a long time. Galladay was going on 4 years now. I heard it's more than likely he won't play. He had Marvin Jones for a while. He had Amendola going on 2 years. Hockenson supposed to have a big jump next week. This year. Jesse James expected to jump this week or this year as well too. So should be very, very interesting tomorrow. When we start off is the defense. The Bears defense is what they hang their hat on. More than likely, they won't have a bookend Robert Quinn, so that's a plus. Obviously, we lost Big V tomorrow, but Terrell Crabtree can step in. He didn't play, the Bears probably numerous of times. And the one thing about Robert Quinn being out is that now we can definitely chip and double team Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack won't have that sidekick, so now we can slide protection to his way. Whichever way he want to go, we can put a tight end there. We can chip with a back. So that's a huge help. The Bears also got one of the best safeties, Eddie Jackson. They added Gibson, Tayshaun Gibson. I think he played for the Jaguars, came from Houston, Browns. But one thing we know is that pass rush is what they built on. So a lot of things people are gonna be looking for tomorrow is how they protect Stafford. If they can protect Stafford and run the ball, then it should be interesting. From my point of view, what I heard, DeAndre Swift is going to play tomorrow. So, looking there tomorrow, number one priority is going to be getting Khalil Mack blocked. Supreme Josh salute. You got to block Khalil Mack. You got to know where he at all times. So, chips, double teams, rollouts, screenplays. I mean, it's a lot of different ways to handle Khalil Mack. Now, if Robert Quinn is out there, which he won't be, then we see him on a few weeks after Thanksgiving or somewhere around there. It'd be different if Robert Quinn was here. All right, then you really probably want to go with more 2 tight end sets because he had double sacks in Dallas last year. So With Khalil Mack just being out there, then you got Akeem Spence as well too, or Akeem, what's his name? Akeem Hicks, excuse me. Um, he good in the interior as well. So Dal and Ragnar gonna have their work cut out for him. But obviously I like the Lions matchups on tight ends tomorrow as well too. So I think that's probably gonna be their number one. Even if Will Albert Quinn out there, I think with not having Galloway out there, I think the best chance for the Lions is to pretty much go with two tight ends tomorrow. Provide Taylor Decker some help on the outside. Provide Crosby some help on the outside. I really do think that should be the Lions' base offense. Two tight ends. You know what I'm saying? You can help the left and the right tackle. Also, you can block and release. Also, you can chip. Also, I mean, it's a lot of different things you can do from the two tight end set. The only issue is you throw Amendola out there with two tight ends, two receivers. Amendola ain't really a good outside receiver. He more quick, shifty on the inside. So, we'll get to receiver in a minute without Galladay, but that would be my game plan. Would be two tight ends, and I would roll with that the whole year. Two tight ends out there, and I would, run the ball, block releases, run Hockenson on routes, run both of them on routes sometimes. It's going to be hard for people to guard them. And remember, New England perfected that with Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski. So, if I'm Darrell Bevell, I'm just watching tape on how New England utilized those two tight ends. Because, if you're able to utilize those two tight ends, not only does it make it look like Taylor Decker all-pro tackle, it make Big V, it make Crosby look really good. It makes Stafford really good. You know what I'm saying? And also, when people start respecting your tight ends receiving game and a blocking game, it confuses them. They trot out, then they get to deep analytics. When the Lions trot out two tight ends, if you're able to balance the run and pass, you deadly. And it all boils down for Stafford to win tomorrow. It boils down to running the ball. If they run the ball versus Chicago Bears tomorrow with success, and Kerryon Johnson come out and run well, and he find openings, they should be all right this year. If they don't run the ball well this year, it's just a matter of time until a slide comes. So Tony Campbell, salute. He said Decker better earn every dollar. They called up Williams from the practice squad. He had a running back, so I don't know what that was about, calling up Williams from the practice squad. So they gonna go out there with. I heard Swift was off the injury report, or he was gonna play. So you running with Swift, Williams, Peterson, Ty Johnson, and Kerryon Johnson. So I mean, that's the key to winning tomorrow game is running the ball. If Stafford gonna have to drop back 30, 40, 50 times this year, he won't last. You know what I'm saying? So, you kind of look at the running game. We go there. You want to be optimistic about the running game, but every running back damn near being dinged up. Kerryon running, he got injured in camp. People forgot that. He gonna keep a brace on his knee, and Swift already got a hip knee issue. So, I mean, I hope nobody's sitting here hoping that Adrian Peterson can carry the load for the season. He can't. It's gonna have to be Kerryon, Swift, Johnson, or Bo. The offense or defensive, which one gotta have a better game? Them some salute. That's a great question. If I had to pick one, it'd be the defense. The defense. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Stafford can protect the ball. Stafford won't. Stafford. If the defense is keeping Stafford in the game, y'all can ask questions. I'll take them as they come. If the defense is protecting, if the defense is doing their job and they shutting out Trubisky, and Stafford is not going to lose you the game. Not most days. Stafford is going to. How can I say? Stafford is not. Stafford will be able to right the ship. He can go up there and put some points on Chicago. If the defense can force turnovers, score points, and stuff Mitchell Trubisky, Stafford will be able to win the game. So if the offense is doing well and putting points up, but the defense not, then you still can win the game because you're playing Trubisky in the shootout. But I just think the defense playing well to give the fans more optimism than the offense playing well. They didn't see the offense play well. If the defense come out there, stop, drop, and shut them down, open up shop on the Bears tomorrow, and people still be like, oh, it was Trubisky, even though Trubisky historically lights up the Lions. I think what people want to see the most and what Matt Patricia's calling card is defense. If they're able to stuff Montgomery and Tyreek Cohen tomorrow and able to, defend outside and they're able to rush the passer, then we in a position where, people going to have hope. It's as simple as that. So it's more pressure on the defense to perform tomorrow. The offense didn't have, You know, people got all these numbers about passing game and stuff of that nature, but the offense didn't have they do. The defense was good under Terrell Austin, and it ain't been good since then. So people want to see the defense shutting down. You can win a championship on stopping the run, rushing the passer, and playing good defense. Your quarterback good enough to, pretty much, game manage and put points up. But also people are gonna say, well, they didn't have Big V. They didn't have a healthy running back team. They didn't have a Kenny Galladay. So there are already built-in excuses on why the offense, don't have to perform well tomorrow. Ain't nobody injured on defense. Jared Davis is a captain. Deron Harmon is a captain. Trey Flowers is a captain. They all healthy. Deshaun Hand healthy. Nick Williams healthy. John Panisi healthy. Danny Shelton healthy. The two outside linebackers, Jamie Collins healthy. Christian Jones healthy. Desmond Trufant healthy. Amani healthy. Justin Coleman healthy. The two safeties back there, Walker Harmon healthy. The third safety, if they want to put another one in there, Harris healthy. So what's the excuse? You go on offense, you got excuses. People say excuses for losers. Sometimes it's a valid excuse. Your teacher say, well, why you didn't come to school yesterday? I broke my leg. You know what I'm saying? It's excuses for losers then? No, like I legitimately broke my leg. What do you want me to do? Sometimes there's a legitimate excuse. You ever heard of excuse absence? Nigga, I broke my leg. No left tackle, no Kenny Galladay. Banged up backfield. It's a whole bunch of built-in excuses for the offense tomorrow. If the offense don't perform well, I mean, come on, we missing our best offensive player, like it or not. It's Kenny Galladay. You're missing a right tackle. You're missing your second draft pick in DeAndre Swift. So, I mean, shit, it is what it is. I mean, it's valid. If they don't go out there and perform, if they go out there and perform really well tomorrow, offensively, and let's talk about that. If somebody step in, and it's a good question for y'all. Who is going to step in and take over the number 2 receiver spot? Because Amendola's a slot. Marvin Jones is going to move to number 1 tomorrow. So who is going to step in and be the opposite of Marvin Jones? You got Marvin Hall. You got Jamal Agnew. You got Quintez Cephas. You also can start TJ Hockenson over there some. So do you think it's going to be by committee or it's going to be by, one of those players? In my opinion, I think it's going to be Quintez Cephas. And one of the things about it is, drinking Gatorade, I froze. That strawberry is a banger. But the thing is, let me put this out here. If remember Rocco P, Corey Euland called the defense tomorrow. We get there. But if Quintez Cephas, let's say Kenny Galladay missed 2 or 3 weeks. What if Quintez Cephas go out there and he tear that shit up? What if he go out there and he ball, even though he projected to be a slot at the next level? What if he on the outside, he just have a huge game? Galladay missed 2 or 3 weeks. And the Lions say, you know what? Maybe we trade Galladay and go with Quintez Cephas. But then again, on the flip side, you got Marvin Jones on his way out too. You got Amendola on his way out too. So they really in a position where they got to retain Kenny Galladay. They got to. No ifs, ands, about. Jones is on his last year of his deal. It's been talks about them trading him for the last 2 seasons. Danny Amendola in a 1-year deal. I think they brought Quintez Cephas in here to replace Amendola. So however you look at it, you know what I'm saying? Let's say Quintez Cephas ain't that guy. 2 of your top receivers, two of your top 3 receivers is probably going to be gone next year. So you can't afford to get rid of Kenny Galladay unless Matthew Stafford leave and you say you're going to rebuild this team. That's the only how. So if you bring in Fields next year, per se, and you're going to be the quarterback, then you can say, you know what, we're going to tear it down. We're going to tear it down and we're going to rebuild the offense back up. So can you walk into next season without your 3 top pass catchers, even if Quintez Cephas do thrive, with Matthew Stafford? No, Matthew Stafford is not moving backwards. Matthew Stafford wants to move Ellie Salute. He wants to move forward. So if you see them don't sign Galladay and let Jones and Amendola walk next offseason, there's 0 chance Stafford coming back, rebuilding this receiving core. So they kind of got to bring back Kenny Galladay because there's nothing really behind him. Unless Jamal Agnew and Marvin Hall step up. But if I have bet my pretty penny who get more snaps at the Marvin Jones position next year, it's probably going to be Quintez Cephas. He said, I think Swift is healthy, though. They were saying he looked good. But we'll see. He said, I got a feeling old boy from the Falcons about to get baptized. Who? Who? Oh, you talking about Desmond Trufant? We'll see. Every time Allen Robinson come here, he ball out. He said that Rocco P said Marvin Hall. The thing about Marvin Hall is, can he get off the line? That's the question. Can Marvin Hall get off the line of scrimmage, or do you have to bunch him up or line him off the line to get him free off release? That's the question. And can he run the route tree? Is he known for running the 9, the deep cross? You know what I'm saying? He known for running the skinny post. He known for running the post. You know what I'm saying? So can Marvin Hall run whatever routes required to run? Remember, you got the route where they got the RPO for many years. You've seen Golden Tate and Marvin Jones and Calvin Johnson. When Matthew Stafford got the option to run it or pass it, can he run that quick slant? The RPO slant? The Lions been running that for 10 years. Can he run the comeback? Can he run the dig? Can he run, can he run the drag? Can he run the screens? Can he run the curl? Can he run, circle? Can he run the post corner post? You know what I'm saying? Can he run the route tree is the question. He caught 7 balls last year. And most of the balls he caught was on the same route off the slot. He about 5'10", so can he get off the line of scrimmage? If they press on, there's a lot of questions you gotta ask. If you asking, you probably gonna think Quintez Cephas is more the polished receiver than Marvin Hall. But you would love to have Marvin Hall's speed on the outside to open up everything underneath. Just something to think about. I was talking about the corner, but this is a perfect game. They could use the tight end. Oh, he injured. Probably Patricia during the game. That's not gonna happen. Anthony Sykes salute. So when you look at the receiver position, it's probably looking like it's probably gonna be Quintez. You know what I'm saying? Because Agnew don't got enough experience. And Marvin Hall is more of a slot guy. So I think Quintez, it's going to be Quintez, a receiver by committee. But you know what else? You can put Hockenson out there on at that position. You know what I'm saying? He athletic enough to play that position. Imagine him running a slant route or a dig and a corner got to get around him. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. He could go out there and do it. He could. He said, John G291, do you think Quintez is going to be a good player? Yeah, I think so. I definitely think he's going to be a good player. And tomorrow can be his coming out party early. He might have a coming out party tomorrow, For all my fantasy heads, we talk a little fantasy at the end. Quintez Cephas, if you need a receiver bad or you playing FanDuel and you trying to put a mega stack tomorrow, because you do got Julio on the slate, you got Michael Thomas on the slate, Kamara, Cook, both of them got paid today. You got them on the slate, and you really want to kind of fit some big players in there, and you want some guys that can give you value for a little bit of no money on FanDuel or DraftKings. Quintez Cephas might be one way you need to look. Honestly. I like Quintez Cephas, Tyreek Cohen tomorrow, maybe, Anthony Miller. There's some value players in this game. TJ Hockenson, like 5,300 on FanDuel. So, you got some really good players on this game. I think the Bears were 20th against tight ends last year. So, it sound like Hockenson should have a big game if he's going to step in the right direction. He said, I want to see Cephas play wherever he going to be. He got them sure hands, wins the 50-50 catches almost like Galladay. And, he just ran a bad 40 and that's why he slid, but he much faster than what he said. He said, I'm thinking about starting Hockenson. Who else is your other options, Andrew? Depending on what you're playing. I play FanDuel, so, it's all about money. What's better, FanDuel, DraftKings? For NBA, DraftKings, they got late swap. FanDuel don't got late swap on basketball, but I just play FanDuel. DraftKings, I just don't like their interface. But you can get past the interface, you good. You know what I'm saying? So I play FanDuel. I just used to it the most. But FanDuel, DraftKings pretty good. They owned by the same company. People who didn't know that. So I play FanDuel. I won $750 last November off $1. I don't want plenty of times though. I don't want plenty of times on FanDuel though. Get your money like the next day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't want plenty of times on there. So yeah, it's good. But other than that, man, yeah, I think Cephas is gonna be the one that probably get the most snaps at the opposite receiver, Marvin Jones, tomorrow. So we'll see. You know, they might switch him out, but you know, concerns offensively. No Big V. He got a foot injury, so he might be on temporary IR. Other than that, you know, I just think running the ball gonna be key. I mean, we still got two more new offensive linemen out there. Jonah Jackson, Jonah Jackson, Big V gone. So Jonah Jackson, Joe Dow still starting. Decker, Ragnow. So it should be interesting tomorrow to see how the offensive line do running the ball. You know, the running back position. I think Carryon gonna get the lion's share of the carries. So we'll see what he can do out the backfield. But you know, it should be interesting to see where the Bears at. No Robert Quinn good for that. So it's gonna be. I think the best matchup they're gonna have is the tight ends tomorrow. You know, I think the tight ends versus the Bears linebackers. Um, Buster Screen, I think he playing tomorrow in the nickel. So, Amendola, he have his hands cut out there. But the best matchups is probably gonna be Jesse and Hawkinson tomorrow. And if they can use Swift out the backfield, that'd be a nice matchup. But I think Kenny Galladay really hurt the Lions in this game. Last year he had a nice little double move that scored a big touchdown down the field. So it'll be interesting to see where they go offensively. You know what I'm saying? So he said, I think the Lions will win the division. Rab. Um, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, they could. I mean, one injury to Aaron Rodgers, one injury to Dalvin Cook, an injury to, well, can't say Trubisky. The injury to, Khalil Mack. It could. I think it's division up for grabs. It's tough. I heard the roster size might move up to 55. Yeah, I heard rumors like that, Tony. Rocco Peace win the game and head into Green Bay with the momentum. Yeah, and Green Bay can lose their game tomorrow. I believe they headed to Minneapolis tomorrow, and Dalvin Cook just got paid, and he runs pretty good. He runs pretty well on the Green Bay Packers. So you got some momentum, but offensively, I think the game plan tomorrow should be two tight ends. Keep them blocking, run the ball well, block and release. I mean, take advantage of your tight ends on linebackers and safeties. You got size advantage over both of them. And, hopefully you can get, Swift outside and get them on some good routes and they can run the ball well versus the Bears. The Bears got a really, really tough front seven, but it's getting older. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see tomorrow. So we're talking about that. Special teams will be interesting. Um, Obviously, Devin Hester don't play for the Bears no more, so that's a great thing. But it should be very, very interesting. Um, Tomorrow we got Coombs, whatever his name is, from Cincinnati. The last special teams coach was pretty bad last year. I think he came from Central Michigan or something like that. So it's interesting to see because you also can get Ty Johnson, Jamal Agnew out there receiving kicks and punts. But my thing ain't that. My thing is, can we go out there, block, tackle, and just not make boneheaded penalties? You know what I'm saying? New punter coming in tomorrow as well too. Our issue being with the Lions, been last year, they just had a lot of mental lapses on special teams. And like the field goal, they got blocked when he let them in the inside and holding penalties and stuff of that nature. So hopefully this new special team coach can have them just fundamentally sound and not committing dumb penalties. So special teams always play a huge role when we going into any type of game. So we done lost games off punts, you know. Um, we done lost games a lot of stupid ass ways, man, because of special teams. So that's gonna be key tomorrow as well too. They control the field position. They can control the scoreboard too. So something to look at. They did Rodgers bad with that draft. Man, I don't think so though, man. They had brought in Devin Funches, right? But he opted out. So he ain't playing football in 2 years. And I'm guessing they're hoping that rookie tight end step up this year. And the tight end they drafted last year. I think what they going with They going in with a Tom Brady and a Tennessee Titans type of offense. I think they're gonna look to run the ball and they're gonna look to hit Aaron Jones out the backfield. I think they're gonna become a ball control team. But the problem with them becoming a ball control team is they can't stop the run. See, when you're a ball control team, it's three things you got to do. You got to have an outdoor mentality, which we gonna run the ball no matter where we at. We got to run it. We got to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? And we have to get after the passer. So when you that type of team, the Packers need to check off the box about stopping the run. If you can't stop the run, then you're not gonna be a good ball control team. They want to be a ball control team. The dude they got from Boston College, they want to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, play action, hit Jones out the backfield on wheel and swings and all the option routes, or then play action, go down the field to Devontae Adams. They banking on Aaron Rodgers making something out of nothing out of the receivers he got. That's it. So I see where they going at it with. They trying to protect they trying to protect Aaron Rodgers' health, and trying to make it a ball control offense, So if they don't stop the run, it won't work this year. Aaron Rodgers still gonna find himself dropping back out of shotgun and tossing the ball around the field, but they trying to go the route with the Tennessee Titans go with Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. But the only difference is they gonna have a better passing game out the backfield to Aaron Jones. So I know what they're doing. They don't want their veteran quarterback dropping back 50 times and getting hurt as Aaron Rodgers do. So you got to understand where the Packers coming from. Aaron Rodgers not going to go out there and throw up 30, 40 points routinely no more. He going out there to hand the ball off and make a few key throws a game to win the game. They want to control the offense. That's why they drafted 2 tight ends the last 2 years. That's why they got Jones. That's why they got the big back out of Boston College. And that's why they got the one big receiver in Devontae Adams. It's no secret what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But they got to stop that run. That's it. They can get after the passer. Green Bay got to stop that run. He said they've been doing Aaron dirty for years now. I don't think it's doing them dirty. I just think they morphing the offense around his age. Who you got your eye on this game? Offensive, defense. Like I said, it's built in excuses for the offense already. I want to see if all that work Hockenson and Tracy put in the offseason actually worked. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Hockenson. I'm starting them in a few lineups tomorrow. But defensively tomorrow, going against the Bears offense, what to look for? Lane and gap discipline. This is very important this game. Gap discipline. You can't let Trubisky break the pocket. I remember we had Anthony Zetto, and Anthony Zetto just didn't have no fucking edge control. He lost contain every time. This game, you gotta play your lane. You can't let Trubisky run around and make plays down the field. So you gotta have gap discipline. And then, some people talk about the Bears being a good running game. They don't run the ball. Even if they have success running the ball, Matt Nagy like to get cute, like he getting a French manicure. He like to throw the ball, but you do got to throw that ball. You do got to stop that ball from running. But for them, it's just being disciplining their gaps, making Trubisky go through his reads. That's the thing about it. Don't let Trubisky get to his first read. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's going to be Allen Robinson. So being disciplined, stopping the run, and getting after the quarterback is going to be key next year. Tomorrow is going to be key. So lane gap discipline, stopping the run, and getting after Trubisky and making Trubisky drop that ball and run and not get to that second or third read. That's going to be the maturation for Trubisky. He don't have a ton of arm talent, but he don't read defense as well. You know what I'm saying? He want to go to one. He a one read guy and pull it down and run. And if he go one read and pull it down and run, you cannot let him get outside that pocket. If he gonna run, he gonna have to run the middle of that defense, and that's very, very important tomorrow. So you cannot let him use his legs tomorrow. That's the key. If he run, make him run north and south, north. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him break the pocket. Once he break the pocket and the offense start to break down, then you got receivers running free. He can make those throws on the run. So gotta have gap control. Gotta have gap control. That's the number one thing tomorrow. People say, well, CJ, what about stopping the run? Well, hey, they don't like to run the ball. Even if Montgomery get going tomorrow, LaCoin get going tomorrow, Matt Nagy like to get cute and throw the ball. He said, Tony Campbell said, I think our running game will improve either significantly or a little bit. We average like 100-something yards per game rushing. I feel like the diversity with the running backs will help us improve. Well, we got to see. But our O-line got to do their part. Yeah, or our running game should be improved. We'll see. It look improved on paper. You know, new right tackle, new right guard. We'll see. We ain't wearing the ball well since James Stewart. Whoever on the side of Flower should eat. Who on the other side, it's gonna be Deshaun. It sounds like Deshaun Hand. It'll be Julio Cora. Who knows? But yeah, that's what you gotta do with them. And then look at all the weapons they possess. Then you talking about probably Collins matching up against Tyreek Cohen. I think Cohen got a potential to have a big game tomorrow. You got Anthony Miller playing inside and playing outside, so you got to watch him matching up with Coleman, matching up with Trufant, matching up with Armani. You got to watch Allen Robinson. He have a big game on the Lions every year. So, you know, I'll probably take the approach of pressuring Trubisky, bro. You know, I'll probably take the approach of pressuring him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And hitting him early and flustering him early. That's what I would take. I would take the approach of pressuring him right then. I'm not gonna let him sit back and dice the offense up. That's what he be doing with the Lions. He just sit back and wait for his read to get open and pass the ball. The Lions want to impress the fans tomorrow. They need to come out and be aggressive and come out there and rip Trubisky head off. That's what they need to do. The why Trubisky had a lot of success versus Matt Patricia because there's no pressure on him. He just sit back in the pocket and he just wait for somebody to get open. And if it break down, he scramble, run for the first time, or he scramble outside the pocket and go deep. That's the difference. That's the difference. So you want to know why he has so much success versus Patricia? Because a being break offense don't really phase him none. It don't. A being break offense don't phase him. He basically don't look to throw down the field. He take what's open underneath. As soon as the play break down, somebody break to the sideline or break to the middle of the field, he find them, or he got the ability to run his legs. Now you playing explosive offenses like the Rams a couple years ago and the Chiefs last year. The difference is, in my opinion, Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff looking for all the throws down the field. The prevent defense that Patricia play, it takes away the big play. It gives you the play underneath, hoping that the DBs and linebackers wrap up and tackle before the receiver get the yak. Even on third and manageable or third and long, Patricia plays soft. There's no scenario in where Patricia consistently sends pressure. If it's third and one, of course he's gonna stack the box. But if it's third and 5, third and 10, he sits back and play this prevent defense. And when the defense break down, either Trubisky can run for it or he can find a receiver scrambling out the pocket. That's why he has a lot of success versus the Detroit Lions, man. Because we soft underneath and he can able to eat that up. And when you a man and you turn your back away from your defender, from the quarterback has more chances to scramble. He got better opportunity to scramble. If you play some zone, well, the zone, you watching the quarterback, you watching your route. So all the linebackers and safeties are pointed towards, they looking at the quarterback. That's why it's harder to scramble against zone sometimes than it is against man, because with man, everybody back is turned. If Okuda and Armani or whatever, they covering receivers, linebackers covering one-on-one. I mean, the linebackers covering one-on-one, the tight end and back. Everybody got they back turned towards Trubisky. So once Trubisky break down the play and get outside the pocket and scramble, unless you spine the quarterback, who watching Trubisky? He's the man that's unaccounted for. So when you play prevent defense and man prevent, Trubisky gonna forever eat up a Patricia defense. Especially when there's not elite defenders out there, because everybody back towards turned him. And once he scramble and people sink in, then he throwing above your head. So you want to know why the Lions' third down conversion rate on defense was so high last year? There's no aggression. There's a time to blitz, and there's a time to bring pressure. Because even if Matt Patricia disguised when he ran a defensive blitz, do you believe he gonna blitz? No. You know it's gonna be a bailout. His personality, his not personality, but his looking for the word, tendencies tell you that he gonna play soft on third and manageable or third and long, like it's third and 20. At some point, you gotta channel your inner Jim Johnson and you gotta send some deep. You gotta send some pressure. Even if it's third and 15, sometimes you gotta send the pressure. A lot of times in critical game situations where the chips on the floor, I rather blitz than play prevent defense. Make a rookie quarterback or a sorry quarterback like Trubisky get the ball out of his hands. There's no, Patricia just played not to lose. Kerryon Johnson starting tomorrow at running back. Even though Gallaudet, the Lions offense is loaded, McClain Bell. I wouldn't say that. I think Gallaudet changes everything. Because you rolling coverage towards Gallaudet. Now tomorrow, who you rolling coverage towards? Kendall Fuller, whatever the Fuller out there, he can defend Marvin Jones at this point. Buster Screen is one of the best nickel corners in the league. He can hold Amendola. You know what I'm saying? So you need Gallaudet because Gallaudet he's starting to roll coverage towards him. So now Marvin Jones working underneath one-on-one usually. Now Hockenson working one-on-one. Now Amendola, he working one-on-one. When Gallaudet out there, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna see regular attention. Nobody gonna roll the coverage off. So it's really gonna be up to Marvin Jones tomorrow, Amendola. We're really gonna be on TJ Hockenson to take advantage of his matchup. To be honest, without Gallaudet being there, then he got to abuse his matchup. He got to take the attention. If him and Amendola can control the middle of the field, then maybe Hall and Jones can control outside the hashes. So, yeah, I just think at this point, like Gallaudet changes everything offensively, especially if you can't run the ball. So, because who you gonna roll coverage to? Everybody gonna see regular attention. Gallaudet, you roll coverage to him. Not everybody get to see one-on-ones. Everybody get to see less attention. Now the Bears don't have to hone in on nobody now, but Stafford. So that it's gonna be up to Hockenson to be the number one tomorrow. To be honest, it's gonna be up to him. And if Hockenson don't show up tomorrow, and they don't run that ball, it's gonna be a long day. So really, the onus on Hockenson tomorrow to him and Amendola to control the middle of the field. And if they run the ball tomorrow, I think regardless they're gonna be okay. Because now they got to respect the run, and now all the attention is on the run game. And now, once again, even without Gallaudet, now that attention outside the hashes it's gone now. Because now we focusing on the run. Now you get one-on-ones with Marvin Jones. So Gallaudet changes everything. Hakeem Hicks worries me. I cussed him out on Twitter the other day. Patricia don't know how to send pressure. Diggs exposed that last year. Maybe he don't know how to send pressure. But tomorrow is Corey Euland time. Hopefully he learned how to send pressure from Jim Schwartz. But, when you look at it offensively tomorrow, like I said, it's running. It's the running game. It's the first thing I'm looking at. The running game. Can we run it with some success? And if we can't, can we get some success throwing the ball to the backs out the backfield? People want to know what about Adrian Peterson. I expect nothing out of Adrian Peterson. But if you do expect a lot out of Adrian Peterson, it's gonna be early on in the season. While he at his freshest, But the guy I'm looking at tomorrow is Kerryon and DeAndre Swift. Them the guys I'm looking at tomorrow. If Kerryon don't start off the season well, don't have a good season, then we're gonna be looking for a running back tomorrow. Next week. So next year, excuse me. So Kerryon is the guy, and him and Hockenson are the guys that I'm spotlighting tomorrow. Those are the guys I'm looking at to have a big game, And if they don't take a step in the right direction, then, it's going to be a long game. AP going to open up the passing game. I don't see how. Pass protection. The Bears don't respect AP at this point. He not going to break shit off long. He not, like I said before, if he going to be good, it's going to be early on. Nobody, them dogs don't, them Chicago dogs don't respect AP at all. It's going to be either DeAndre Swift, Kerryon Johnson, Ty Johnson that's going to do some work. And then tomorrow, you also might see Jason Huntley play for the Eagles. Miles Sanders, for my fantasy guys, he might be ruled out. He ruled out for tomorrow. So you might see Jason Huntley fuck up tomorrow, or you might see him ball out tomorrow, but absolutely do nothing. So that's something that we're looking at tomorrow. But offensively, run the ball, Hockenson and Kerryon Johnson is the main focal points tomorrow. So that's what I'm looking at tomorrow to ball out. Fantasy wise, I think anybody. I don't know if it's gonna be a difference without a crowd. I guess the defense will be able to hear everything, but you just never know. The Lions offense been together for a while. The Bears offense been together for a while. Should be interesting tomorrow. You put AP in the game. Defense should load the box. They not gonna load the box on AP, dog. Who this AP from 10 years ago? They not gonna respect AP. They not gonna load the box on AP at all unless he go out there and he run the ball well. Hell no, nah, man. Them niggas not about to load the box at all. They gonna sit back there and 2 deep, maybe 1 high, play some cover 3 or 2 man under. They not gonna put no people in the box for AP, bro. AP gonna have to earn that respect tomorrow. He said, "What up, though? You think that we'll need a spy to pimp out Trubisky?" I mean, if they play their run games, they won't need a spy. You know what I'm saying? If they play their run lanes, everybody had gap discipline. It shouldn't be no issue. But if he, at some point, I probably will put a spy on him on third downs, third and critical. He said he can run the clock. He said, "I want to see them average 5 yards of carries." That's crazy. That'd be interesting. I mean, see if they can do it. It'd be a huge upgrade for Stafford if they can do 5 yards of carry. Playoff P. Got to see, man. But Adrian Peterson not got to earn. The Lions' run game got to earn their respect from the Bears tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They got to earn their respect tomorrow. Be interesting to see if Crosby play well. Can they find a spot for him on that offensive line? And kick Big V on the inside. Also, you got to watch Jonah Jackson tomorrow too. He's making this Lions debut tomorrow. 5-year college player. 4 at Rutgers, 1 in Ohio State. But yeah, fantasy wise tomorrow. I mean, honestly, I like Hockenson tomorrow. He my biggest play tomorrow. I'm probably gonna play him lineups. Other than that, Kenny Galladay changed some things. Maybe Cephas is my if Cephas end up starting, Cephas is my value play tomorrow for the Lions, and I like TJ Hockenson a lot. Other than that, Stafford at your own risk. I don't know. He hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes he can explode, and sometimes. Remember, we talking about fantasy, not real football. He don't bring no rush yards, and depends on the run game. So I like Hockenson and I like Quintez Cephas tomorrow. Bears, my value play is probably gonna be Tyreek Cohen. And I think my lock, my Hockenson is my other lock. My lock, if you got to choose out the Bears, my lock is gonna be Allen Robinson. Historically, he have a big game from the versus the Lions. He from Detroit, so. But then my plays. My no play tomorrow is probably going to be the Detroit defense. I don't know. It's just straight out of I just don't know. Bears, my no play is probably going to be David Montgomery tomorrow. I just don't think they utilize him the right way. So. How Swift gonna do tomorrow? I don't know how many. The reason, well, my no play for the Lions. Excuse me. You can chance it with Trubisky. My no play is gonna be their running backs. All right, let me change that up. You can chance it on the defense because Trubisky really fucking sucked, and maybe Corey Euling got the drop on him. My no go is the running backs because I don't know who's gonna get the majority of the carries. Kerryon, Swift, Williams, AP, Todd Johnson. That's gonna be tough because the Lions got so many running backs active tomorrow. I don't know who's gonna get the ball. So, do you know if we still got Sterner? Yeah, he made the team. Stenberg. Yeah, he made the roster. Yep. He on the regular roster. He made the roster. Not the practice squad roster. Yeah, so yeah, my no play for Chicago. Probably Jimmy Graham. I'm not too fond of Jimmy Graham since leaving New Orleans, so it's probably my no go. Do you think no, I don't think he's gonna play. Somebody told me he was ruled out, but he's still doubtful. AP is a proven veteran, did very well in Washington. He still got something in the tank. J third. We'll see. I don't think shit of him. He old. I don't think much of him. He old. They gotta hang their hat on him this season. It's gonna be bad. He can help you out in spots, but I just don't think much of him. Even in Washington, don't forget that motherfucker got a fumbling problem too. I want to see how old boy from Ohio State do. Jonah Jackson. Y'all keep asking questions. Yeah, me too, dude. I mean, yeah, I don't think he'll be seeing a lot of Akeem Spence because Akeem Spence might come over there. So I don't know. I want to see a lot of him. Him and Crosby be best friends tomorrow in Ragnar. So let's see how Jonah Jackson can do. Who taking Galladay's spot? We talked about that, but I think it's gonna be Quintez Cephas. or it could be receiver by committee. Who knows? The Lions have no team speed. Won't be surprised if they lose tomorrow. Jeff Jefferson. Shout out to Jake Lovelace for the question. Well, they got some speed if Swift play. A little bit of speed. They got Swift, Agnew, um, Marvin Hall, Ty Johnson. It depends. They got some speed this year, but it don't have speed at prominent positions. Hawkinson is okay. Amendola slow. Marvin Jones starting to slow down a little bit. Quintez Cephas really ain't a burner, so you might have a point there. But they got some other guys that got some speed. They front seven. And I mean Gerard Davis is the speed, and Jamie Collins is the speed back there. I think Deshaun Hand, if he an interior lineman, he brings some speed defensively. So they three speed demons, Deshaun Hand and Davis and Collins in the front seven. They back in pretty athletic. Will Harris ran a 4.4. I think Tracy Walker ran a 4.45. Armani ran a 4.4. Jeff Okudah ran a 4.4. True Front, I think at one point ran a 4.3. Coleman might be a 4.4 guy. So yeah. Hawkinson or Noah Fent in year two? That's a good question. They both struggled last year. Stats was damn near identical. So Denver got a lot of weapons. Y'all keep asking questions. Denver's got a lot of weapons this year. Jerry Jeudy, Courtland Sutton, Phillip Lindsay, Mel Gordon. I don't know, to be honest. I didn't see enough of Noah Fent last year, so hopefully they both had great years, but hopefully Hawkinson a little bit better. But I just don't know at this point. I didn't watch enough Fent last year. Agnew have great speed, but his hands are suspect. Jefferson, Benjamin Foe. We've had bad luck in our first game these last 2 years. Patricia's need to redeem himself. What was the last game? I know Arizona was last year. Who was the first game the year before that? Benjamin Foe. I can't remember. I can see Stafford having a good game tomorrow in attempts to get paid one more time. Maurice Smith. I hope the O-line gives Stafford time. Bears D-line is nice. Yeah, their front seven nice. We'll see tomorrow, No Robert Quinn, it should be a lot easier. Hone in on Khalil Mack. I don't know how you not like Khalil Mack. He's a good pass rusher. I feel like they might rotate the number 2 top receivers. See if it's Agnew and maybe Hall. I agree. Yeah, receiver by committee. He said, Rab, what coach would you replace Patricia with? Salam, what's his name? The dude from here that played for the 49ers. I would consider him, but I don't know. I got Denver making the playoffs. Drew Lock the truth. I like Drew Lock, but I don't know. It is an extra playoff team in this year. I don't know. Be interesting. Maybe. I don't see Chargers doing much. I don't see the Raiders doing much, so they might can get in there. Chargers lost Darwin James again. And Davis should be a rotational player. He shouldn't be playing all 3 downs. They made him a captain. They like him, so he must have earned a spot over Tavai this year. I mean, that's another second-round pick down the drain, if that's the case. I'm saying the Lions run on favoritism. They just like Derek Davis as a person, so we'll see. They didn't pick up his option this year, but he started. So Tavai must not be ready. Oh, yeah, the Jets game. I was at that game. My bad. I mean, we walked out that motherfucker. The whole hallway was crowded. The Jets knew our playbook. He said, what do you think the Lions' biggest weakness is? Team speed. Not fast enough. Fast enough. Any more questions? David, we'll see tomorrow with Davis. Maybe Davis improved. He lost a lot of body fat, gained a lot of muscle. I don't know. He just, all that speed and athleticism, he just can't cover and can't tie. He can't play. He's just an athlete out there. They like Davis because he's a yes, sir, to anything coaches said. That gotta be it. That gotta be it. He's a yes, sir, nigga. That gotta be it. That's Dean King, sir. I mean, that's shocking that Tobias still ain't starting over this guy. This ain't like no Stephen Tulloch, Stephen Boyd, Chris Spielman, Ray Lewis, Eric Kendricks, Navarro Bowman type of middle linebacker. If he can't beat out, if Tavai can't beat out Jared Davis, something is very, very that worries me. You know, just take a look. Take a look. This year, Okuda not starting. Swift will be part of a committee, so he'll play tomorrow. And then Okura not starting, you know, and then Jonah Jackson is. But then you go to last year's draft, Hawkinson will start tomorrow, but no Tavai, no Will Harris. It's not starting. That's crazy to me. Christian Jones is weak as hell. He should be in the CFL. I don't know what they see in him either. William Monroe, how many big plays you expect for the Lions defense to give up tomorrow? Hopefully none. Hopefully none. Hopefully none. Well, we'll see. I'm excited. Tony Campbell, it's rumors that Tracy Walker might not start and they rolling with someone else. I forgot his name. Deron Harmon, Will Harris, CJ Moore injured. So where you hear that from? If Walker don't start, man, it's gonna be tough. Where do you hear that from? Aaron Choice, Tawai going to take the spot. The second Davis mess up. Maybe so. Are you live streaming during the game? I'm favoring it, but it depends how I feel when I wake up. But I'm favoring it. Right now, I say yes, but you never know. I'll be up because my mini miniature chihuahua wake me up every morning, licking me. Big plays, huh? They good for it. About four. About four, huh? What he said on the wash? Four. I don't understand that number, sir. Four. Any more questions? Four. She said, I don't understand that number. I just don't want to bust tag on Davis. What happened? The stream dropped. Hold on, the stream dropped. It dropped. All right, we still going on. My screen. I don't know what's going on. He said, "Are you a Michigan fan?" Yeah, I'm a huge Michigan fan. They was gonna start the black guy from Florida. What's his name? Joe Milton. Ain't gonna see. I don't want to see no football in no spring. Everybody should be playing in college. Walker starting tomorrow. It's the strong safety spot that's iffy. Oh, Deron Harmon, they named him a captain though. So they named him a captain. That'd be interesting. Jay Jefferson say, why did the Lions draft Davis when they should have drafted the guy out of Michigan that played for the Steelers? I can't. Oh, Devin Bush. Yeah, they took Hawkinson over him. They should have took Ed Oliver too. They should have took Ed Oliver. You know what I'm saying? Ed Oliver or Hawkinson would have been nice. Just think about when they drafted tight ends. You know what I'm saying? Just think about when they drafted tight ends, who they missed out on. And I'm gonna pull up Brandon Pettigrew because he went in the first round when Stafford got drafted. Let's look at the draft that he was in. He got drafted the same year Stafford got drafted. 2009 draft. Okay, we took him with like the number 24th pick or some shit like that. Hold on, it was the 20th pick. So we passed up on All Pro center, Alex Mack. We missed out on Percy Harvin, which he was making a comeback. I ain't heard nothing about it. Offensive tackle Michael or they passed up on cornerback Vontae Davis. They passed up on Clay Matthews, excuse me. Eric Wood, the center from the Buffalo Bills. Kenny Britt, he ain't do shit. Akeem Hicks, he ain't do shit. Benny Wells, Ziggy Hood. You know what I'm saying? They passed up on all those dudes for Pettigrew. You know, then they took Louis Delmas in the top of the second round. They missed out on Patrick Chung, Jarius Bird, Connor Barwin, Max Unger, LaShawn McCoy, William Moore. They missed out on a lot of guys. Mike Wallace in the third round. And the Lions took Derek Williams over Mike Wallace in the third round. Crazy. You know, and then we could talk about when they took Eric Ebron, they missed out on Odell and Aaron Donald too, and they knew they wasn't gonna bring back what's big fella name, Nick Fairley or Ndamukong Suh. I saw it on the Lions fan page on IG. It was on their story. It's gone now. Okay, and he said what I seen the day based defense on three safety. So okay. Oh nine, we missed out on Mike Wallace for some bum named Derek Williams. Only had 3 yards in his career. That's crazy. They missed out on a lot of guys, man. That draft, man. Any more questions? Pettigrew had 76 catches in his second season. That's more than Ebron ever did. I mean, yeah, but hey, he had a lot of drops. I agree, he had a lot of drops. And then, remember that game in Tennessee where they took the ball from him and ran the other way? A lot of people ain't gonna forget that. But yeah, then he had that play where in the Dallas game where he got that, it was supposed to be a pass interference for face guard and they ain't called it. He was the recipient of that call, that catch. Slow mo Pettigrew dropped the easiest catches and made the hardest ones. I couldn't stand him low key. He made some hell of a hard catches, bro. He dropped all the easy ones. Ebron dropped them all. Easy, hard, medium. Ebron was one of the biggest bums ever to come through this city. Easily. Easily. Tyrese Halliburton and Killian Hayes. Halliburton. I'm still pissing. '08. They took a bum Jordan Dizon and missed out on Deshaun Jackson. Lions draft with their eyes closed. Yeah, Jordan Dizon didn't do shit here. He didn't. They man, remember they took who? Remember they took that kid out of Hawaii that played defensive end. Matt Millen took that motherfucker. Man, I'm gonna pull it up right now. I can't remember who it was. Hold on. Oh yeah, Jordan Dizon was another dude that was he was born in Hawaii. He grew up in Colorado though. Ain't too many Hawaiian players worked out, dog. Man, I'm gonna look this dude's name up. I know I ain't gonna be able to pronounce it though. I'm gonna put it because I know. I mean, I don't know who y'all if y'all remember this dude, man. I'm gonna pull it up though. They picked this dude in the second round, so it had to be before '09. Hold on. This dude was out of Hawaii, bro. I can't find it, bro. I can't find this dude for nothing. Hold on. Man, I see Sean Cody on here. He was the same 2007. Ikea Alaman Francis. He was a second round pick in behind Drew Stanton in 2007. He came out the same year that Calvin Johnson came out. That's crazy. Hawaii quarterback number 15 was Cole back in the day. You talking about Cole Brennan? He was cold in college, just couldn't get the game together in the league. Cole Brennan, ain't y'all talking who y'all talking about? Oh, Brennan? They made it to the Sugar Bowl, remember? And they got ran over in the Sugar Bowl. I'm surprised more people don't want to go to Hawaii and play football. That's a beautiful place to play. Yeah, he was tossing that hoe in college. NFL, not so much. But I appreciate y'all for coming on. So hopefully I able to do the live reaction tomorrow, or live game streaming commentary. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quests. Share the video. Don't forget to check out the channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube. Appreciate the love, support, and go Lions tomorrow. Most definitely.